Imagine topping your World Cup qualifier group, then learning the win that puts you there might be stripped away because one player shouldn't have been on the pitch. That's exactly the predicament South Africa is facing right now. FIFA has opened a case against the country over fielding suspended midfielder Teboho Mokoena in a 2026 World Cup qualifier, a move that could cost Bafana Bafana 3 crucial points and shake up the race for qualification. Here's a deep dive into what's going on, what's at stake, and how this controversy might play out. The core issue: what triggered the FIFA case? The problem revolves around Teboho Mokoena, a South African midfielder. He had picked up 2 yellow cards in earlier qualifying matches, one against Benin in November 2023, another against Zimbabwe in June 2024. Under FIFA rules, that accumulation triggers an automatic one-match suspension. Despite this, he played for South Africa in their 2-0 win over Lesotho on 21 March 2025 in Polokwane. FIFA has since opened disciplinary proceedings. In a letter dated 15 September 2025, the South African Football Association, SAFA, and Mokoena were both charged with breaching disciplinary regulations. They have been given 6 days to respond to the case. Possible sanctions: what South Africa risks. If the FIFA Disciplinary Committee finds SAFA and Mokoena guilty, South Africa could forfeit their victory over Lesotho. That means a 3-0 forfeit, Lesotho getting the win on paper. That would also involve a 3-point deduction from South Africa's total in Group C of the World Cup qualifiers. The stakes: what's at risk in the group? With the match in question, South Africa currently sit at 17 points at the top of Group C. If the deduction is enforced, that would drop them to 14 points, level with Benin, but ahead on goal difference. Lesotho would climb from 6 to 9 points, tightening the standings for other teams like Nigeria and Rwanda, both at 11 points each. That makes the final fixtures of the group even more crucial. Teams like Benin, Nigeria, and Rwanda are watching closely. They could benefit greatly if South Africa loses the points. It might open a path for them to qualify either as group winners or among the best runners. Delays and controversy: why nothing has been settled yet. FIFA has published disciplinary sanction lists for the 2026 qualifiers, but oddly, South Africa's case does not yet appear among formal sanctions. The delay has frustrated many, including Benin's head coach Gernot Rohr, who's publicly questioned why the matter hasn't been resolved given how clear the rules appear to be. Sometimes, rules require that protests be lodged within 24 hours after the match. Lesotho's Football Association did send queries, but some reports indicate they didn't lodge protest within that time window. This technicality might complicate or delay proceedings. Rules and precedents: what FIFA rules say. According to the FIFA Discipline Code, when a player accumulates 2 yellow cards in separate matches in the same competition, he is automatically suspended for the next match. If an ineligible player is fielded, the offending team risks forfeiture of the match, loss of points, and possibly additional sanctions, fines, etc. There are precedents in international football where matches have been forfeited for such infractions. For example, Equatorial Guinea was docked points in a different scenario for fielding an ineligible player. Impacts on South Africa and other teams. For South Africa, a points deduction could mean they lose favorable position in the group. They'd need to win their final matches against Zimbabwe and Rwanda to secure qualification, possibly with little margin for error. For Nigeria, Benin, and Rwanda, there's renewed hope. Matches involving South Africa being dodged or points being lost could swing the group standings. It injects uncertainty and opportunity. The uncertainty also affects planning, strategy, and morale. Coaches might adjust how aggressively they recover points, knowing what might happen on paper. What happens next? Timeline and what to look for. SAFA and Teboho Mokoena must respond to FIFA's disciplinary charge within 6 days of the letter. FIFA's disciplinary committee will examine the case, whether the rule violation is clear, whether protests or procedures were adhered to, whether there are mitigating factors. The decision could come before the final match days of the group, making timing crucial. If the decision happens after all matches are completed, it could complicate who qualifies. Monitoring of goal difference, upcoming fixtures, and performance will matter a lot for all teams in Group C. Broader significance. This is a reminder that administrative and disciplinary rules matter as much as performances on the pitch. something as small as yellow cards can have massive downstream effects. It underscores the role of governance, accountability, and transparency in football administration. National associations are expected to know these rules and enforce them. The case shows how mistakes, intentional or not, can affect not just one team, but the competition as a whole, implicating fairness in international football. Conclusion: South Africa may have won on the scoreboard in that match with Lesotho, but now faces the possibility that those 3 points could be taken away. The case against Teboho Mokoena and the South African Football Association isn't just about one match. It could shape the outcome of a World Cup qualification group. For teams like Nigeria, Benin, and Rwanda, this moment represents a possible lifeline in a tight race. For South Africa, it's a warning. In football, rules are as binding as goalposts. The final whistle on this matter may still be weeks away, but its echoes are already being felt.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.